At this time, the ICE team is at the pad on the mobile launcher platform conducting their final inspections of the vehicle, looking for any indications of potential ice buildups following the tanking of the 500,000 gallons or so of cryogenic reactants. This is shuttle launch control at T-minus 3 hours and holding, with just about 10 minutes remaining in our hold at this time. It's about 6 minutes after midnight Eastern time, and we have live pictures of our crew for mission STS-84 in their suit-up room. Our mission commander, Charles Precourt, is on his third flight, having served as mission specialist of STS-55 and then as pilot of STS-71. That was the first space shuttle mission to dock with the Russian space station, and now he'll serve as commander of this, the sixth mission to dock with the space station Mir. He is a colonel in the Air Force, and next to him, of course, is our pilot, Eileen Collins. She is preparing for her second shuttle mission. She has logged over 4,000 hours in various aircraft, and she was selected as an astronaut in 1990 and first flew aboard mission STS-63 in 95 as the first female to pilot the space shuttle. And this again will be her second piloting mission. The crew members are being assisted with their launch and entry suits by suit technicians from KSC and JSC. Edward Liu is preparing for his first mission into space. And on the other side of the room, another one of our mission specialists preparing for his first flight, Carlos Noriega. Michael Foale. This is a special mission for him. He's flown 3 times before, but on this particular flight, of course, he will be staying on board the Mir space station. And Elena Kondakova, a Russian cosmonaut, making her first trip into space aboard the shuttle. However, she has spent nearly half a year in orbit aboard the space station Mir. Kondakova represents the Russian Space Agency. She was selected as a cosmonaut in 1989. And Jean-Francois Clairvoy is preparing for his flight today. This will be his second mission aboard the space shuttle. Again, the crew waving, making their final goodbyes to employees at Kennedy Space Center. Mission Commander Charlie Precourt with pilot Eileen Collins, Jean-Francois Clairvoy, Carlos Noriega, Edward Liu, Elena Kondakova, and Michael Foale. These launch pads are about 4 miles from the vehicle assembly building, and over the next few minutes, engineers will be making final checks of the sound suppression water tank. They'll be verifying that the tank is topped off to proper levels. This particular tank holds about 300,000 gallons of water, and on command just a few seconds before liftoff, the tank is completely emptied as water flows through the sound suppression system onto the mobile launcher platform deck at a rate of about 100,000 gallons every 10 seconds. In addition, no other technical issues are being addressed by the management team at this time. The engineers in the firing room are manning their consoles and maintaining a close watch on all aspects of the vehicle. Again, no problems are being discussed. Here we are at 12:35 a.m. Eastern Time, and everything continues to look good for a launch in just under 4 hours. This picture is, this view is a shot taken from the 195-foot level. The crew has arrived on this level, and they'll be taking turns getting into the vehicle. Of course, their next step is to cross the orbiter access arm on this level that leads over to the vehicle. The orbiter access arm, of course, can support the weight of all the crew, but they'll be taking their time, as only one crew member can enter the vehicle at a time. Again, everything is progressing smoothly at this point in the count. There are no concerns. Weather is going to be no issue for us. No technical issues are being addressed at this time. Managers and engineers in the firing room are relaxed and prepared to allow the vehicle to perform.
Jim, the MMT is working, no issues. You're cleared to launch. Copy that. And Atlantis, everything's come together, so we're ready to go. You guys have a good flight, good mission. We'll see you back here in Saturday a week.
Last copies, and to the whole team, to our international partners around the world, we're ready to go, and we thanks for all your hard work.
And MTD, you're clear to launch. Copy.
Zoom on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark.
T-minus 9 minutes and counting.
And we're at T-minus 9 minutes and counting, and the ground launch sequencer has been initiated. NASA Test Director John Guidi is about to call for the transmittal of stored pre-launch commands, as Atlantis is less than 9 minutes away from launch on a mission to the Mir space station to retrieve astronaut Jerry Linenger, who has been in space now for the past 4 months. And the orbiter access arm is now being retracted away from the vehicle. This is the walkway used by the crew to gain entry into and out of the orbiter, and it can be returned to position within seconds if need be.
ATC, PLT, 3 gray cockpits.
Okay.
Next, the 3 main engines will be gimbaled as a final test before launch.
PLT verified.
And the gaseous oxygen vent hood is being slowly retracted away from the top of the external tank. Everything looks good, and we're cleared for launch today. No problems are being reported from the vehicle or the crew.
And flight crew OTC, close and lock your visors and initiate O2 flow.
T-minus 2 minutes and counting.
On your international flight.
And Atlantis copies to the whole NASA team and to our partners around the world.
T-minus 15. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. We have a go for main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1. We have booster ignition and liftoff of this space shuttle Atlantis, maintaining America's constant presence in space.
Houston now controlling the side of Atlantis.
Yep, I was Houston with the roll program.
Roger, roll, Atlantis. Echoing the words of Yuri Gagarin on his launch 36 years ago, Commander Charlie Precourt puts Atlantis into the roll, heads down, wings level for the 8.5-minute ride to orbit. Mike Foale headed to the Mir space station.
Go with throttle up.
The throttle up call acknowledged by Commander Charlie Precourt on the flight deck of Atlantis, joined by pilot Eileen Collins, flight engineer Carlos Noriega, and mission specialist Jean-Francois Clairvoy. Down on the middeck, mission specialist Ed Liu, Elena Kondakova, and Mike Foale beginning 4 months in space. 1 minute 40 seconds into the flight, Atlantis traveling at 2,300 miles per hour, already 17 miles downrange from the launch site, 20 miles in altitude. 15 seconds away from solid rocket booster separation. That will be commanded by the general purpose computers through the master events controller on board. Booster officer confirms a good solid rocket booster separation. Guidance is converging on all 3 main engines, now gently steering Atlantis for a precise keyhole in space for main engine cutoff. Booster officer confirms main engine cutoff.
Atlantis, we copy. You have a go for the ET photo DTO.
Roger that. Nominal Miko, no ohms 1.